So today I'll be talking about the California drought, and the reason why is because a lot of places that I go, like I always hear people joking around like, "Oh, turn off the water, we're in a drought," or "Come on, like why is the water on?" and stuff like that. And I feel like I always wonder why a lot of people joke about it because after they say it, it's like okay, they continue to like still run the water, and like I see that with my little brother because he's always like, "Oh, turn off the water, like why are you running water?" But he's the main person in the house who does it. And I feel like people aren't really influenced enough to like start saving water because they're not like aware of the effects that like not saving water has like on us with the drought. And by learning about the California drought, people might have a better understanding why it's important to conserve water, um, to help like with like the issue of the drought to stop with it. So today I'll be talking about the problem, the causes, and then the effect. The problem is that the drought is that the drought and that people aren't conserving enough water as they should be. And it's really important to save water. And there's many forms of advertisement that have been made to help like inform people about it. And one like form of advertisement was a commercial from the Super Bowl like this year that happened. And it's the only commercial I remember because the party I went to, everyone was like over dramatic about it, and it was like this girl was brushing her teeth and the water was running, and after like the few seconds of the commercial it was like, oh, help save water because we're in a drought, like California's in a drought. And the party I went to, everyone was like, oh my god, that touched me so much, like they were like just over dramatic about it. And in an article in Reveal News written by Catherine Mazowski on July 23rd in 2014, she stated that more than 80% of the state is in a serious or extreme drought, according to the U.S. Drought Monitor. And right here, right here, that's the U.S. Drought Monitor, and it shows like the different parts of California that are in the major drought. And then this one over here, it's just a 4-year difference, and it shows like in 2015 how much of the drought has impacted California. And this problem affects us in a lot of different ways. And now I'll talk about the causes. The main thing that causes the drought is that people aren't conserving water and they're not saving it as much as they should be. And I don't know if a lot of you have noticed, but in public restrooms, like they're starting to replace like regular faucets with automatic and timed one. And those ones are kind of annoying to me because like as I'm washing my hands, like it like cuts off. But even though it's a little annoying, like it helps save water and it can help with the issue of the drought. And people like in this picture right here, like people brush their teeth and like run the water, and then unnecessary water like challenges like this. How we have like the water bucket challenge, like we're just wasting water that can be saved. And another issue is that California isn't receiving enough water, like from rain and snow. And in an article stated in Decoded, The California Drought by Elizabeth Koski on September 4th in 2015, she states that snow is more beneficial for the drought relief, and it's unfortunate because California doesn't like get snow because when we do, like we freak out like we haven't seen snow before. And then it doesn't rain as much as it should be like in other states. And so now I'll talk about the effects. The effects from the drought is that the economy becomes affected and the vegetation starts to dry up. Like in this picture, it shows that it says food grows where water flows. And without water being there, like our vegetation starts to dry up, and vegetation is one of the main factors into our food that grows. And when land and vegetation starts drying up, like we don't get the food that grows. And as well as vegetation, streams and rivers start to dry up, like right here, so no swimming, but there's no water to swim in. And then right here, like the water is like drying up and the land gets dry. And according to an article in USGS on May 3rd, 2016, it says, 2015, it says that dry, hot, and windy weather combined with dry vegetation sparks and starts wildfires, which is why this picture is there. So wildfires aren't just starting from like people, but it's also starting from the dry lands that are happening from the drought. So California's in a serious drought, and people need to be aware of the effects and like how it's affecting us. And by learning about the drought, people might have a better understanding why it's important to start saving water. And so first I discussed the problem, which is why California is in a serious drought and more than 80% of California is suffering from it. The cause is that people are wasting too much water and that California isn't receiving enough rain or snow, and that the effect is vegetation will dry up and water sources will start to decline. And it's an ongoing problem, and it won't start to get better if we don't take in consideration of like how it will affect us. And I always thought, like, why waste something that people in other countries are struggling to like get? So right here, everyone's like wasting water, pouring it on them, and then the baby right here is drinking like dirty water. So people just need to be more aware of like how the drought will start to affect us. And yeah.